Some people eat flapjacks. Some people do carjacks. Some people have six-packs. Some people drink six-packs. Some people make messes. Some people clean up messes. Some people pretend there's not even a mess. And some people just are a mess. Some people don't know what they're talking about, but they're talking anyway. And some people follow those people. Some people have a big mouth, and they never know when to shut it. Some people will betray and destroy their friends in order to impress their enemies. Some people, they lose somebody that life was so much for them. They can't visualize life without it. And after they lose them, they close the door, turn out the light, and shrivel up. Some people, the first time life really takes a dump on their head, and they resort to violence. Some people play catch me. Catch me, I'm falling. Catch me, I'm up to something. Catch me, I'm up ahead of you. Some people are lacking so much love in their life and they're so insecure. The tribal identities mean everything to them. They mean too much, actually. Some people will find a way to blame and shame you for everything. Doesn't matter what you did. That's their job. Some people can't change what happens to them, so they change the story they tell about what happened to them. Some people. Now, I'm talking to a couple of people, clearly tourists, sitting on a park bench, and they're staring at the Dakota. Well, I strike up a conversation with them, and I learn very quickly that they're actually from South Dakota. I guess that explains the affinity to the building. Now, in the conversation, it turns out they actually spend the bulk of their year in Hobbs, New Mexico. Now, I'm just an attendant at the park here. I don't really go much, but I might be the only person in this city that actually knows where Hobbs, New Mexico is and has been there. So I sit down with them. Why Hobbs? Well, it turns out they found a church there that they like, and they're the kind of people that go to church every day. And they also found a hotel that they thought was pretty cheap and pretty nice. And when they added up the savings of not having to heat their home in South Dakota and all the free amenities of soap and shampoo and toilet paper, apparently it was an irresistible deal. So I sit down with them and I say, really? It's taking everything I got to hold back and not say, you know what? I have close friends and family that I have said that if I ever become like you, they ought to shoot me or push me in front of a train. Lately, I've softened. I think I'll take arsenic in the oatmeal. And then I'm thinking, what's wrong with you? These people, they know how to be happy. They got a life that they enjoy. And my life is so great being a park attendant here. Come on. And I realized what a bunch of elitist garbage this was. Thinking that I was better than them. And you know what? That's what it's all about, isn't it? Finding a way to be happy. And if you could be happy in Hobbs, New Mexico, I got a feeling you could probably be happy anywhere. Now, the last time I was there, it was a big deal for them because I came in from New York, and it was the grand opening of their 24-hour Walmart. And the thing was, is it's normally a town where nothing ever happens. But I think if you throw in a 24-hour Walmart, God, that's got to be like heaven. Hey, so how you doing? I see you come to this bench a lot. Yeah, you like the scenery, right? It's a beautiful park, isn't it? Yeah. No, I get it. Scenery's not enough. It's not enough. You need people, right? Yeah. It's hard today. It's hard today because you can't trust anybody. Everybody's up to some kind of a game, and people don't do what the right thing is or don't strive to do that. It's got to be hard. You looking for a relationship? Well, let me be helpful to you a little bit. I've discovered, let me tell you what I learned. Every relationship has an arc that you go through. You start out, you're nobody. Nobody knows you exist. You're just out there. Then somebody might find you interesting. Then they might actually find you special. And they want to be close to you. And then they get to know you more. And they discover, wait a minute, he ain't that special. And then it's, wait a minute, he's an idiot. Wait a minute, I should have killed him when I had the chance. And of course, they don't do that, so the final stage is the resentment that's building up because they didn't kill you. They have to tell every person they ever meet for the rest of their lives, okay, how evil you are and how no good you are, okay? And that, my friend, is the arc of every relationship. You go from, it's a thin line between nobody like you to nobody likes you. Yeah, you know, I get it. I'm going to sit over here and talk to you a little bit. Now, we're living in a time where it's an epidemic of loneliness. People don't know how to connect anymore. I think COVID was a big part of it, you know. And I think that, I don't know, it's hard today. Everybody's kind of stuck. I think the phones make everything worse, don't they? What are you looking for? We're all looking for a haven. We're all looking for some spot where, yeah, you just feel safe, right? It's hard to get these days. The way people are, the way things go. I get it. But you're looking for forever. You're, right? That's what you're telling me. You're looking for who's not going to abandon me. Who can I count on forever? And you know what, pal? You're going to find that. I don't know. I mean, you could be interesting to somebody, and then they take you in, and is that going to be forever? Or after a while, they're going to spit you out like seaweed? That didn't make any sense to me either. It just came out of my mouth. I don't know what that means. The thing is, I don't know how helpful I'm being here. You want to know what I think? I think if you don't find a deeper love, a bigger love, something that's eternal, something that's huge, it's going to work for you. Because none of us are perfect out here. We're all flawed. I hope you can find that. It's waiting for you. It's there. You just got to be open to it. I know you're thinking, what the heck, he's just a groundskeeper at the park, but that's my little 2 bits for you. Good luck, okay? Well, listen, thanks a lot. Taking time to hang out with your grandpa before your parents shipped me off to Jello City forever, one-way ticket. So, how you doing? You know, you kids, you got it easy, but I don't know about that sometimes. Things are getting better. Like you all, from what I can see, you're addicted to the internet. We didn't have that. You want to know something? You ask your parents. If they were idiots, they went down to the library. And then you looked up the card catalog, and that was never any help. Or maybe you kept up the huge encyclopedia, and you never find what you want there either, and you went home, and that was okay. Well, the communication, I don't know, you guys were all texting all the time and everything. You would have told us that someday people would prefer to type rather than talk. We never would have believed that. Never believed it. You wanted to make friends back in the day? You did it the old-fashioned way. You sucked up to people. You want to make a friend. God, everything's so crazy today. Nothing makes any sense. You know? TV, you know, we had 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and nobody cared about 13. We didn't have all these channels. Cartoon Network. You want to watch cartoons? Wait till Saturday morning like everybody else did. We didn't have all these other channels. It's all craziness out there. In sports, you played them. You watched them. You didn't bet on them. These days, gambling all over the place. And I don't know. Golf Network. History Network. You want to know history? You asked your grandpa. And he was an idiot. You went to the library, but we did that already. Music. We had little radios. We used to listen. And then you buy a record. If you really want to listen to a song a lot, you bought a record. And you kids are into vinyl now. Oh, yeah, but vinyl's a big thing now. You like the warm sound. Nah, you scratched up your records. Everything sounded like garbage. That's the way it was. And cooking. Mothers stood over hot stoves, days, weeks, months, years, cooking meals. You kids, you got air fryers and air blowers and microwave ovens and toaster ovens and everything. It's all crazy. You wanted to warm up your food? You sat on it. That was it. That's all you had. That's what you did. In your car, GPS. GPS, turn here, turn back. You know what you had? A map. And if you were smart, you mapped out your route in advance where you wanted to go. If not, you had it in the glove compartment. And in pitch black dark, you're trying to read that thing while going 70 miles an hour. And you made it. You did it somehow. None of this turn right, turn left. 17-car pileup up ahead. You're still on the fastest route. How? How on earth could that be the fastest route? What on God's creation is going on all around you that 17-car pileup is the fastest route? People are crazy today. Water. We drank what came out of the faucet. It didn't matter what color it was. It didn't matter what it smelled funny. You drank it. We didn't have no smart water, stupid water, vitamin water, every kind of water. It was just water. And don't even get me started on coffee. Coffee is out of control. Hey, maybe your grandma gave you a percolator, okay? Funny looking metallic thing. And if you didn't have that, you had Mr. Coffee. You made a pot. And if you didn't drink all of it, you dumped it. Start again the next day. No, you kids today, you got to have the pods. Little pods with this and that. And what you put in it? If you didn't want it black, you put milk. Regular milk. Okay? Not 2%, not 4%, not 1%, not low fat, no skim, no oat milk, goat milk, rice milk, almond milk. Regular. And when you put sugar in, regular sugar. We didn't have no raw sugar, no pink Himalayan sugar. And if you didn't want to put sugar, you want something sweet, sweet and low. You wanted some non-sugar sugar. Okay, we didn't have Equal and Slender and all the other stuff. Everything's crazy today, kids. Nothing's regular. Regular, we don't mind. I don't mind if you change. I just want things to get better, and it doesn't always work out that way. Everything's crazy today. When you wanted something cheap, you got it from Japan. You didn't get it from China. You want something from China? Well, you got some Thai takeout down the block. That was it. Everything comes from China now. Oh, my goodness. And Amazon. Amazon was a river and a jungle in the rainforest down in Latin America. Now, Amazon. Oh, they got to bring everything. Don't even get out of your underwear, okay? Because we'll bring it to you. Everything comes to you. It's crazy. We just regular. It's all I want, regular. You know, I know it sounds like ancient history, but everything's crazy. I heard on one of your channels about carbon dating. Carbon dating. What the heck is that? We had the elements. They were just laying around, periodically on a table. Now they need relationships. Carbon dating. What's next? Selenium selfies? Radium romancing? What do all these elements got to have a life for? Leave the elements alone. Leave everything alone. I heard some crazy guy running for president last year. The guy, Tony Bellizzi. He's like, we have to abolish the electoral college. And I'm like, really? Let these kids go to school. Leave them alone. Jeez. And what are they doing with the food? Everything's crazy. I just want regular chicken. Chicken, you know, they didn't have fingers. And buffaloes didn't have wings. What abnormal things are they doing to these poor animals to do these things? You know what? Just want it regular. That's all I want. Regular. Hey, listen, thanks for taking some time to listen to your grandpa ranting about the old days. Hey, how about we get something to eat? How about some pizza, okay? Yeah, we got a couple of slices, okay? Regular slices.
Came to examine Central Park, to find a stolen moment, to be alone, to reimagine my life in the quiet zone. But how can I be quiet when here in the hard times I read there's a riot over the price of bread? Let me be clear, I just want to sit here, listen to the 14 voices in my heart, before the voices of the angels get muffled and I grow too dark. I just need to breathe in some fresh air. I mean, I'm sad, and I'm scarred, because this world, this bench, is way too hard. Let me be clear, I'm just sitting here, trying to listen to the 14 voices in my heart, trying not to fall apart. But, I mean, there are some people that are trying to rejoice. I just met a whole family that went up to the fort, and there are some people watching Tony Bellizzi. There are some people waiting for play over at the Delacorte. But me, my patience is just running a little too short. Let me be clear, I just want to sit here. I want to hear the 14 voices in my heart before I fall apart. Because there are hearts here, stolen, destroyed, hustling for a bite, homeless and unemployed, and I've got no idea where he's gonna sleep tonight. Don't get me wrong. I want to hear the song. I know I got to get my life together. Reorganize a little bit. Take one, take two, take three. Strawberry fields forever. Let me be clear. I'm just sitting here trying to listen to the 14 voices in my heart. And it's getting very hard, very, very hard. So tell me, how do I move forward when the leaders we all seek confuse my good nature and my mercy with getting weak? Let me be clear. I'm just sitting here. And it's getting very, very hard to hear the 14 voices in my heart.
You know, it seems that everybody these days is crazy. And an awful lot of folks is just freaking lazy. And nobody can be expected to do their job. And too many people sitting around just like a blob. You know, I swear it makes me feel so all alone. Because everybody out there's stoned. Now, they vote for politicians that are clowns. So oblivious that everything is going down. Now, me, I don't need a gummy or a toke. It's okay if I ain't in on your joke. And when I use my mind, I feel so all alone. 'Cause everybody else is stoned. We can try to bring this up, but they don't care. They're just sitting and staring everywhere. And people today, they acting so stunad. And if you ain't high, they say you're the one that's odd. It might explain why they're so addicted to their phones. 'Cause everybody out there stoned. Smoke shops, every corner, every turn. On this habit, they all got so many bucks to burn. And you know what? They just sit and stare. And the smell of weed is everywhere. Now, it's enough to make you not want to leave your home. Because everybody out there stoned. On the other side of the park, the west side, no, it's the east side, there's a mother and dad with their little girl. And she, obviously being treated at Memorial Sloan Kettering Hospital for cancer because she's bald. But you know what? She's shining. The life in that beautiful girl just pouring out of her. She's got so much in her. It's so beautiful to watch. And eventually it dawns on you. She has a bad disease she's fighting. And the thought of that beautiful soul, that beautiful life being cut short was just too overwhelming. And something happened in me that's never happened before. I found in myself some kind of desire to do something for her. That if the laws of the universe are such that a person could choose to take on whatever it is that she is suffering with, that I would be willing to do that for her. Surprised me because I'd never done that before. On another bench is a couple who have had a big fight. The negativity, the hatred, the venom is just palpable. And it's just like their physical bodies are healthy, but there's something really wrong inside both of them. And finding within myself, well, would I be willing to take on their pain? Would I be willing to absorb whatever it is that's keeping them from having peace so that they could have that moment of clarity? They could have that experience of goodness. Would I be willing to take that on for them? And I said, no, I wouldn't. And it was in that moment that I knew I still need to grow up.
Keep on learning. Brothers, keep on warring. World, keep on turning. 'Cause it won't be too long. There was keep on burning while your brothers keep on dying. World, keep on trying, 'cause it won't be too long. So damn glad I get to try it again. The last time on earth I lived a whole world of sin. So glad that I do more than I do then. Wanna keep on flying till I reach the highest ground. Teachers, keep on teaching. Preachers, keep on preaching. Well, keep on turning, 'cause it won't be too long. So damn glad I get to try it again. Last time on earth I lived the whole world to sin. So glad that I know more than I do there. Wanna keep on trying till I reach the highest ground. Lovers, keep on loving. Believers, keep on believing. Sleepers, just keep sleeping, 'cause it won't be too long. glad I get to try it again. The last time on earth I lived, the whole world was sin. So glad that I know more than I do then. We'll keep on trying till I reach my highest, till I reach my highest, till I reach my highest ground.
How you doing, son? No, you're not bothering me. I'm always happy to sit down and share about the Lord. Yeah. Now, I had my collar, but I couldn't quite figure how to put it on. So, I hope you trust me. I got a Bible here, and hey, I didn't plan that. No, really, what would you like to know? What would you like to know about the spiritual life, about the religious life, about whatever? What do you got? The devil? Well, son, the devil is real. Yeah, there are spiritual beings that don't serve God, and they don't want you to either. How they work? It's like this. I want you to think of somebody that done you wrong. And maybe you, maybe your family, someone you love, someone that did something wrong. Have you got somebody in mind? Somebody in mind? Okay, now, God knows about that, but the devil is going to give you a chance to get your retribution. If you go for that, he got you. That's it. No, that's how he works. No, God is only good. God is only good. And the thing is, you have your doubts. Tell me, what are you thinking? You think maybe God is dead? No offense. I understand a lot of people thinking like that. Things are pretty messed up in the world. Why does God let that happen? Well, because sometimes if he lets things get too far, let people do what they're going to do, and it goes too bad, sometimes it could be good for business. And if there wasn't so much corruption and scandal and stuff, that business would probably be pretty good right now, because things are not good. You're not crazy. No, we don't live right on this planet, But I don't feel disrespect. You think that God is dead. No, God ain't dead. Rumors of his demise are greatly exaggerated. Okay? No, he's not dead. I think he's just taking a break. He's taking a break from all the people that use him to make their own empires and make their own business and make their own stuff, for their own good. He's just taking a break away from them. We just kind of got a stupid culture going on right now. And I think God is just taking a break from that. Just taking a break, kind of separate himself from all the anal retentive people that use him to keep other people in line and block their own lives and their own freedom. Nah, he's just taking a break, son. Break, yeah. Yeah, I think he's grieving. I think he's sad. He's probably hiding away a little bit, because we just are so content to let each other suffer in all this creation he made, and we just okay with all this. I don't know. It's got to be breaking his heart. He didn't personally tell me that, but I think that's what it must be. Now, if you want to get in with Jesus, I'm going to tell you the truth. This is a good time, because he's in for a promotion. He's already, look, this is how it works. He's already the king of the universe. But now, next step up, king of the multiverse. And I think that's where the big money is. No, I don't know. I'm joking about the money part, but I'll tell you one thing. If the Lord gives you a mission, you don't go asking, what's in it for me? That's never going to bode well for you, son. You still think he's dead? No, he's not dead. He's busy. He's busy blessing all the people sneezing all the time. And the population of the world keeps going up, so that's more and more people to bless every time they sneeze. That's busy. He's busy looking after drunks and little kids, and you know what I think he's doing? I think he's busy soaking up all the appreciation he gets on Fridays. You can maybe walk around, thank God it's Friday, thank God it's Friday. I think he's probably glad about that. At least one day of the week that, he gets some kind of gratitude for everything, Nah, he's busy. He's busy rolling all the laughter. He's laughing about the fact that we are so crazy enough to put in him that we trust on our money when it is so clear we don't have any trust in him at all regarding that money. He's busy sifting through all the prayers. I told you the population is growing. The population is growing and growing, and he's got to sift out the important prayers from the ones that got to do with romance and hair loss and weight gain and sports teams. He's got to focus on the really important stuff. And he's busy spitting out of his mouth to everybody who's lukewarm like he said he would, okay? Hey, he's just busy. But listen, I'll tell you one thing, okay? I'll tell you two things. One, he ain't dead. And two, God is good.
All the time. All the time.
And all the time. But what exactly are the rules here, my friend? Drama will unfold sure as the food is upon the plate. Trauma left untold will fester until it's too late. Make up your mind and your heart's left on ice. Your compassion is frozen, yet you're trying to be nice. Aggression makes you a winner with the upscale set. Trust levels plummet with the hard body bet. Take us abroad with a visionary wit. Sell us abroad who's a diversionary twit. Drink up the soft, regurgitate the hard. God help the one whose butt is made out of lard. Arresting images devoured with a breathless delight. Lurching for euphoria, a peculiarity of sight. Digging in your heels, only looking for your slice. But the tricksters are tricky as the mice. Blessing is a curse or worse, lacking cultural esteem. You try to make a judgment, but things are not what they seem. The power to love and kill, they each cost more than they oughta. It's the burden of free will in regard to law and order. Brutal is the smash of a cautionary killing. The spirit is weak, but the flesh is willing. Born of the pores of a sorcerer's defile, even the killer provides the service with a smile. Shooting off the missile and setting up the flares, sticking to your guns in the battle on the stairs. Thug idolatry leads to a secret inner pact, lost on the ones with no experience of lack. Tiny is the floor for a dance that is so large. Beyond positive and negative, electricity is the charge. Soft on the earth and pregnant with a story, poor is the sufferer addicted to their glory. Gory and scary is the heart without a fire, inflamed by the producers of forbidden desire. Pride provides the bricks and vanity the mortar. The defense is as solid as pretend law and order. Caught by the struggle and released by the gun, laughing up a storm but not really very much fun. Adam yearns for $1 in a bureaucratic stance. Eve learns to wear a collar and falls into a trance. Forest for the trees and a hired hand is running. Hand in the sleeve and the pauper is gunning. Body is a place where a vision gotta hide. Take the hard look at what's breaking inside. The bucket is dumped, leaving the fish out of water. The hell with it all. Can't respect this law and order. There are a lot of secrets in a big park like this. Sometimes there are politicians dropping dead bears off. There was a cop that was shot here by a thug. He became paralyzed from the neck down, spent the rest of his life in a wheelchair. He forgave the kid who shot him. It inspired a lot of people. But one of the things you might not know is there's all these trucks on the periphery of the park, and I discovered that one of them is a soup truck. And one day I'm working and kind of chilly out. Didn't feel like a meal, but I needed something more than a coffee. And I said, let me check out that soup truck. Because I'm not sure what you do with soup. You slurp it, you eat it, you drink it, what do you do? But I walked over there, and that's where I met the soup guy. I walked over, and this guy greeted me like he was so glad to see me. Not only was I not an annoyance, he was truly happy I was there, ordering some soup. And he was paying attention, because he saw that I was looking at the menu, and I saw a soup called sweet potato, ginger, jalapeno. And I'm like, I don't know if I'll spend $7 for a little cup this big on something like that. He saw that. They gave me a free sample. And they very attentively, he wiped down the sides of my little soup container. And then he said to me, take as much bread as you want to go with that. And I know that that's not what they normally do, because I've been back to the soup truck where other guys working there, and you're only supposed to get one piece of bread. I just felt so blessed. I felt so lucky. This guy was being so nice to me. He don't even know me. And then I started to think, what's wrong with this world we live in? It's so devoid of any kind of kindness that somebody just, little gestures like that, and you feel so amazing. I mean, I'm telling you, he touched that part of me that makes you want to be a better man, makes you want to be a better human being. That very same space that a great work of art will touch and move you and propel you forward. And then I started to think, what the heck is wrong with my life? Is it so devoid of generous kindness that some gesture like that could move me so quickly, so thoroughly? And what about all these things? And they said, nah, who cares? Soup guy blues. Okay. All right. Okay. Hope somebody comes by today. Hey, how you doing? Oh, you wanna know what that is? It's the Charles Bukowski Literary Society meeting. Kind of informal. We gather here at the park. Oh, that's a piece that he wrote. Yeah. Would you like to hear it? Yeah, come on in, sit down, sit down. The Laughing Heart. Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. Be on the watch. There are ways out. There is life somewhere. There may not be much light, but it beats the darkness. Be on the watch. God will offer you chances. Know them. Take them. Can't beat death, but you can beat death in life. Sometimes. And the more you learn to look to do it, the more the light there would be. This life is your life. Know it while you have it. You are marvelous, and God waits to delight in you. You like that? Want to hear another one? This is called Roll the Dice. Yeah, the guy is amazing. Roll the dice. If you're gonna try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're gonna try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe even your mind. Go all the way. It could mean not eating for 2 or 3 days. It could mean freezing on a park bench. It could mean jail. It could mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is a gift. All the others are a test of your endurance, of how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it, despite rejection and the worst odds, and it will be better than anything else you can imagine. If you're gonna try, go all the way. There is no other feeling like that. You will be alone with God, and the nights will flame with fire. Do it, do it, do it. All the way, all the way. You will ride life straight to the perfect laughter. It's the only good fight that there is. You like that? Want to come to our meeting? You got it. Let's go.
Ain't no use in letting it just got a strong child.
Hey, it's so good to talk to you, to hear your voice. Oh my goodness. Oh man, it's crazy up here. These people out of their minds. Oh God, I don't even know where to start. First of all, everybody lying. I just left this place called Times Square. Everybody just dressed like Spider-Man, pretending to be Spider-Man, taking pictures with Spider-Man. They got a guy named the Naked Cowboy. Now the guy, he in a cowboy hat, he's wearing cowboy boots, he got a guitar, but he in his underwear. He ain't naked. Now get me right, honey, I don't want to see nothing more. Okay? But the guy lying. They're all lying up here. Everything's about deceit. Oh, God. Oh, it's different, honey. It's different. Yeah, I can't wait to get back. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know where to start. I mean, you know what? They spoil their children. My God, you go to a restaurant, what do you want, honey? Can you imagine growing up like that? What do you want, honey? Did they ever ask you what you want? You were getting the cheapest thing on the kiddie menu, and that's it. And don't even think about no dessert. Duh, what do you want, honey? What do you want to do? Can you imagine? You want a trip and you got to pee? You didn't bother your parents with that. You pee, you wet yourself, and you carried it like a badge of honor. That was it. Oh, man. It's so different. It's so different. Everybody's complaining, too. Nobody's happy. Speed and complain. I got to kick my shoes off. You can't be barefoot up here. You know me. I'm a barefoot boy. But this place between the asphalt and the cement, but it's not only that. It's the grass. They got so much excrement all over the grass. If it ain't goose or geese or whatever they call them, it's dogs and cats and possum and human excrement all over the place. It's ridiculous. Yeah, people are different. Yeah, they are different. Yeah, whatever you might have suspected is definitely what you're going to run into. And they think some weird things about us in the South. They think some weird things like, I'm always getting asked, so how about cow tipping? And I mess with them. I'm like, cow tipping? I think the average cow will be happy with 20 to 25% tip. That's about good. Good. And they all think they got this lock on violence up here. I'm like, no, folks, no, you can get killed down south, except we do it with a little bit more courtesy, okay? And I tell them the big difference is we got a lot more places to hide the bodies. They got a lock on something. My God, so many. And all the illegal people up here, they got so many people illegal. Now, you know, Tony, you know the way we are. We're Southern hospitality. We welcome. Remember the time those two horses came on our property? We didn't build no fence. We didn't construct no wall. We welcomed them in. Like I said, Southern hospitality. And then we made a nice horse meat stew and fed the whole town. Man. And they're all about their mental health. My God, everybody in therapy. Therapy this and therapy that. I mean, we weren't raised like that. No, you're right. Don't tell people your problems. None of their darn business. Tell people, oh, your parents didn't love you. Duh. They still made, still killed a pig Christmas so you could have your pickled pig feet pie for Christmas. They did that for you. You just shut up and take it. Somebody else had it worse. Everybody up here spoiled, complaining, and oh my God, and they're all into their higher education. Right around the corner from the park, we got this place, Columbia University. Now, I know a few things. I finished my graduate school, okay? Columbia University, I know a few things. They speak in Spanish in that country, right? So I'm walking around Columbia University, everybody talking English, everybody. And you know what else happened? I made a side trip to the nation's capital. I'm here up north like this, might as well get around. As it was business, they made me go visit our nation's capital, and I found out what the D.C. in Washington, D.C. stands for. District of Columbia. What the heck happened in our nation's history they didn't tell us about? that country came all the way up and they dealt that deep into our country, and our nation's capital is a district of their country? They're just not talking to us. They're not telling us a lot of things. That's what I'm learning. It's all craziness out there. I tell you, they got all kinds. Nobody's realistic. These people up here, honey, they're not realistic. They don't know how to grow anything. They got their higher education degrees, but they don't know how to grow anything. They never, there's things you learn from life, from growing things. You could have planted a little garden, a big field. Well, we know what's going to happen. Every weed known to God and man going to come in and try and sweep in and take all the nutrients out of whatever you're trying to grow. And then every creature known to God and man is going to swoop in and try and eat it all. Snails and slugs and raccoons and rabbits and mice and deer and squirrels and stuff like that. So you learn. Nothing happens easy. I think people up here, I think they just expect things to happen. Like, you got a dream. Woo-hoo. Let's line up and make that dream come true. It ain't realistic. They just don't know basic things. They got no courtesy. Oh, my goodness. It's crazy up here. People are just running around like lunatics. And they got no God. I'll tell you that. Honey, no, they don't know. They don't know you let the devil run around in your underwear. Next thing you know, Satan is peeing in your shoes. And I try to witness. I try to tell people, God is like the booger on the banana. You may not be able to see it, but it's there. What, you don't think that was my best example? Well, I'm a regular guy, I ain't no minister, okay? Saw some minister sitting on the bench before. Looked a little bit crazy, I don't know. Then they found his zipper was open. Never mind, that's what I want to talk about that one. No, they got to work hard. They got urgent cares and drugstores on every corner. How sick do these people got to be? All this going on, it's all just crazy cake. I'm longing for the old days, honey. The way it was. We didn't, you did that to talk to your parents. When did that come in? If my pappy, your pappy was probably the same way. He's like, well, we could talk about it, but I'm going to have to kill you. And my papa was a man of his word. And praise Jesus. I don't know. It's all crazy up here. I don't know. I'm looking to get back to you, honey. I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. They all smoking weed up here. The whole place smells like that's the smell of the air now. And I think I'm having hallucinations from just, all the smell of the air, the weed in the air, the secondhand smoke. I got a vision the other day. I want to share it with you. I had a vision of white people in purple leotards dancing, country line dancing, across Antarctica. Now, I got a feeling that was like a vision of something that's going to happen someday. So I want to tell you so you know about it first in case it does happen, come true. But, I'm looking forward to coming home. I miss you. I love you, and I miss you. And everything we got done there. I come back, I'm going to buy a ton of possum pie, and we're going to have a good time. I love you, baby. I'll hopefully see you soon. All right, you take care. All right.
Follow me, everybody. Come on. Everybody, this way. This way. Yep, here we are. My boss, Mr. Godot, told me we have to wait here. So, welcome. I'm your tour guide. You'll all need to follow me over here to the side. Everyone over to the side. Make sure you have your vests on. Put your possessions away over in that locked box, please. Yep, we're waiting here for Godot under this orange sky. Let me remind you, this is not a tour if you're shy, because everyone will be looking at you. Oh, what power the gift he gave us to see ourselves as others see us. Let me ask the group here. Anyone in the group know the name of this lake?
That's the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir.
Excellent. Wow. How many of you know how many lakes are in the park? Someone in the back? 7 lakes? Close? 8. Anyone else know anything about the lakes at Central Park? Has water. Wow. Anybody else want to give it a try? It's wet. And you have your vest on, right? All right, anybody else?
It's liquid.
It's liquid. True that. Well, this is a real smart group. Oh, we got another one. Say that again, ma'am. How many lakes are in Central Park? 8. 8. Anyone else have a little ditty about the lakes in Central Park? Anyone? Going once, going twice. Oh, we got someone over here.
It's nature.
It's nature. Yes. All right, let me give you all a clap. Great. So, did you all sign your release form?
No.
Okay, I'm glad to know that because we've got to get started before the storm. Our tour is 60 minutes all the way around, so be sure to take in the nature and all the sound here under this orange sky. And remember, everyone will be looking at you. Oh, what power the gift he give us to see ourselves as others see us. All right, everyone, let's go.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows the dice are loaded. Everybody knows rolls with their fingers crossed. Everybody knows the war is over. Everybody knows the good guys lost. Everybody knows the fight is fixed. The poor stay poor, the rich get rich. That's how it goes. And everybody knows. Everybody knows the boat is leaking. Everybody knows the captain lied. Everybody got this sinking feeling that their father or their dog just died. Everybody talking to their pockets. Everybody want a box of chocolates and a long stem rose. That's how it goes. And everybody knows. Everybody knows once you get enlightened, you become a target for them to screw. Once your awareness is heightened, you lose more than a friend or two. Because you serve as a reminder of how the blind keep getting blinder and just watch their shows. And everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows another plague is coming. Everybody knows it's moving fast. They keep you distracted with shiny ornaments from the past. Everybody knows the culture's dead. The algorithms inside your head that expose what everybody knows. Everybody knows. That's how it goes. And everybody knows. The calming effect. You crave a little peace and quiet. Watch your world turn into a riot. Accusations without truth, wrapped in appearances of energy and youth. To hell with rules, we do what we want till each of us ends up an idiot savant, taking pride in how rude and crude we can be, whipped up so easily into a frenzy. Precautions taken so nothing can shape or shake you, yet master manipulators and influencers profit off and rape you. Dream within a dream, schemes within schemes, torture of a life where you never know what's real, never sure of how to feel. when everything is about the steal. After the jokes have passed, you realize what a moron you've turned out to be. Validating and replicating your success, such an interesting conversation piece you'll be. They can't make you a man. They can't make you aware, but they can make you afraid, and they can make you not care. The memories and distractions block the way, blurring the difference between pray and pray, until they put you in a coffin because you have no regret or dread. You're okay with it because you're pretty sure you're dead. Meanwhile, there is a rotting. Glued to boxes within boxes, bound in by walls so secure. Living as though immortal, but what makes you so sure? When it's all handed to you, the price is you never have to use your wings. Never question the insanity and so many other things. You were promised success that was no one else's to give. You vie for their love, you don't even know how to live. They say it's good for your stomach, good for your hair. Insipid needs determine each of us unaware. And meanwhile, oh, there is a rotting. Elastic heroes wink and smile in a fantasy world devoid of stress. They're first in line every time. They know exactly how to dress. Fads appear, then disappear. Popularity out of fear. Your head's out of water, but nothing's really clear. Best to follow what's been planned. But by who? Such easy bait for scoundrels, algorithms, and prophets of doom. Rehearsing forever what was or will be, it's still only one little part in the play, built by the people who live by the times, watching a neat little world decay. And meanwhile, there's a rally. Especially in the warm months. Here at Central Park, the snack bar, the hottest item is the ice cream. Our young mom and her little boy are sitting on the bench, and the little boy is looking both ways, nonstop. He's waiting for his dad, who's coming by to the park for a play date. And he's looking and looking, and he's so excited, the anticipation. And the mother is looking so disgusted. She's like, he ain't coming. He's gonna break this kid's heart one more time. Finally, she gets up to buy him an ice cream. Maybe it's to give him a little sweetness to cover the disappointment, or maybe it's just to distract him. He finishes the ice cream and he falls asleep in her lap. And up until that very moment, he was confident his dad is coming. An older couple come by. The woman, she's just staring straight ahead. You could see it, feel it. She doesn't know who she is anymore, or where she is anymore, or who he is. The old man comes up to the counter at the snack bar. He's jiggling his change in his pocket the way old men like to do, to kind of show like, I got something. And then he looks at the prices and says, oops, I got to get the billfold out. Buys a lemon ice for her. He comes back to the bench and puts that first spoonful to her lips. And something comes back and alive in her. The tanginess of the lemon ice. It's like she remembers now who she is. She remembers who he is. And maybe even she remembers the very first lemon ice he ever bought her ages ago. Another couple come over. Older woman is in a wheelchair. What looks like probably is her daughter is wheeling her. And the daughter goes up to the counter and buys the ice cream for the mom and pulls it out of the wrapper and hands it to her, and she rejects it. The woman in the chair is like so filled with no. Now the daughter knows that sometimes with old people, you just step away. You come back a little bit later and maybe they'll think differently about it. So she tries that. But the woman, even more, the older woman rejects her. How does that happen? How does it happen that you could become so bitter about life, that even a kind gesture with something sweet, to put some of the sweetness into your life, and you just, no. And then I look at the daughter, and I realize what her story is. This is just another in a series of rejections. You're not good enough for me. Everything you do is wrong. Nothing is good enough. And here you are. Here we are at the snack bar of Central Park, over an ice cream. Two women living in hell over an ice cream. Now me, I walk over to the older woman in the wheelchair and I say to her, just eat your damn ice cream, lady.
Try to see this is what we have. This is who we are. This is life just waiting for ya. This is life just waiting for ya. This is life just waiting for ya. This is life just waiting for ya.
A great poet once said, "We live out our lives on borrowed time. Please, brother, please, can you spare a dime? You might be the man of the day or maybe the hour, but don't ever forget the dubious power of I want, I want, I want, and I want." Because it's a food chain, folks, and who gets to rise to the top? And boy, that's the game I'm playing. I love being on top. Everything about my life is top shelf, corner office. My vehicle is up higher than all yours. I go faster, smoother. My ED pill works harder, faster, stronger than yours does. You just bought that? I got newer. I got better. And I got it cheaper. All the things I do to prove I am better than you. Because that's what it's all about. Some people like to pray, deliver us from evil. I say, let's embrace conspicuous consumption. Let me say that again. Conspicuous consumption. First of all, it's a lot more fun. And second of all, it gives me an endless number of ways to prove that I'm better than you. That's what it's all about. Some people are looking for adventure. Some people are looking for new shoes. Some people, when you say, give us this day our daily bread, for some people that means let's do our math homework. And some people, well, they need to live in 4 realities at once. All I do to prove I'm better than you. Oh, no, you're right. You're right. It is all about what you leave behind. But in case you never noticed, or no one ever told you, mating and procreation have been monetized and weaponized for years now. It's all about your dynasty. Mating, dating, all of that is about finding the best mates to make the greatest offspring. Your dynasty, who you leave behind, who comes next. It's all about hope for the children. You're right. And those children, man, you know what I'm doing with mine? They're going to be modified in every way possible. Environmentally, genetically, because my offspring is the ultimate way I prove that I am better than you. And you know what? Don't even think about interrupting my plan. Because then I might have to adapt. And I may not come out on top the way I would like to. And then I might have to destroy you. And that will definitely prove that I am better than you.
They told me don't go walking slow. The devil's on the loose. Better run through the jungle. Better run through the jungle. Better run through the jungle.
games, train our kids for war. Army chic in high fashion stores. Law and order has done their job. Prisons filled with they still rob. Assassinations, politics. Violence rules within our nation's midst. Ignorance is their power tool. Won't fool but want you to know. The televisions cannot lie. Trolling fools with X-ray eyes. Nuclear politician picture show. Didactic, but the blind don't know. So open your eyes, see the lights right in front of you. Open your eyes, see the lights in front of you. Open your eyes, see the lights right in front of you. Open your eyes. They scare us with those threats of war. Don't we forget just how bad things are? You taste the fear when you're all alone. They're gonna get you when you're on your own. Well, the silence of conspiracy started on the altar of apathy. You gotta wake up from your sleep. 'Cause meek and heavy earth 6 feet deep. And open your eyes, see the lies right in front of you. And open your eyes, see the lies right in front of you. Open your eyes, see the lies right in front of you. Open your eyes.
What are you looking at? Think you know me? There are 330,000 of us in this city alone. People that you label homeless. Now, I'm sure a lot of us are crashing on the couches of friends and family, no doubt pressing those relationships to the incredibly frayed. 120,000 of us are in the shelters, those concentration camps. And there's a whole bunch of us that, believe it or not, find it safer on the street than rather have to deal with the thugs that run those places. And that's where I come in. And you think you know me? 330,000 of us. You think, don't we each have a story? You want to know my story? None of your business. All my life of question in my head. Are you a worrier or a warrior? And I answered that I was a warrior, and I fought. I wore the helmet. I raised the flag. I drew my sword in battle. I dropped the bomb, and now they want to herd me up like cattle. I did things I can't live with. How do you end up like this? An intelligent man like me, in this predicament, you fail one too many times. And I did fail. Are you a worrier or a warrior? I haven't given up. Or maybe I have. I just know it's easier to be invisible. It's easier. No. No. Every night, I know that there are angels pouring sweet, sweet songs into the night. And I pray that one night I will hear them and I will break free of all the mistakes I made, of all the things I did wrong, and I can make a new life out of this mess. But in the meantime, I lay on my sliding sidewalk slumber, and the voice haunts me. Are you a worrier or a warrior?
Joe.
Shuffling on my feet, shuffling through the street, asking, what's the matter with you, boy? Sometimes I want to say to myself, sometimes I want to say, You know, when I was a kid, I delivered newspapers. And those newspapers, they came in bundles, wrapped in little plastic wrappers. And one day I'm loading up my bike with the papers, and this drop-dead gorgeous girl is walking down the sidewalk towards me. She's in a mini skirt. She had legs that went up forever. And she was strutting and so confident and so beautiful. And somebody left one of those stupid wrappers on the ground, and her shoes got caught in it. And she went crashing right into the sidewalk. Her nose must have gone in first because she was bleeding all over. My God, I never forgot that moment of somebody confident and somebody innocent just damaged by something so stupid and ridiculous. And ever since that day, if I see one of those wrappers, I'll pick it up. No matter how busy I am, I'll pick it up and I'll throw it in the garbage. And if I would have collected all of them, I'd fill up 30, 40 of those. You always remember. Floating in a bubble, life and death. Floating in this bubble, the universe is so far below. Hands stretched across the emptiness, or with nowhere, or is it everywhere to go? Looking for so much reassurance that the love previously known continues on to other planes of existence, and perhaps even grown. Maybe hell is believing that the bonding treasured is ultimately left behind. Heaven, the same situation, except with a willingness to find that the life that here has preceded is more than memories that fade, and the fullness that lies before us rests on a foundation already laid. And our shell of a life does have meaning, in a book both written and well read, and that our story is far from over, and the best is always, always ahead. And every little bit of your life will come together as one, and every little bit of your life will mean something to someone.
Keep a light on those you love. They will be there when you die. Baby, there's no need to fear. Baby, there's no need to cry. Every little piece of your life will add up to one. Every little piece of your life, well, it means something to someone.
First to put a simple truth in words, binds the world in a feeling all familiar. 'Cause everybody owns the great idea, and it feels like there's a big one round the corner.
That kind of excuse, not something I'd use, and never this way. Can think of a lie about what happened last night and where I'm today. But when the truth doesn't hurt, no fanciful words is no kind of fun. Still trying my best to fail your test, not stranger than fiction. Tried hard not to move, for feeling the fool and falling for you. Where once we were lost, these lies you can trust, I wrote them for you. And if it's over the top, just tell me to stop, or I'll carry on and on and on. Start trying to give just what you need, not stranger than fiction.
There was an agreement. There was agreement made eons ago that all of us coming into this reality, this world, this simulation, that we would use our time here to learn, discover, to grow, to create as much as we could, individually and together. And that this would be what would define our lives here. And it would be something that we would never judge one another's creations. It would definitely never even think of destroying one of us or one of our creations. And if one of us should lose our light, one of us should fall, at least one would stay behind with them and nurture them back into their light. It was an agreement. It's an agreement that you may choose to ignore or forget, but you can never kill it because it's ingrained soul and every fiber of it, and it was overseen by the angels. And it would be the total judgment of the quality and the beauty of our lives. There was an agreement, not stranger than fiction. Wrapping this up, we all are feeling it. It's a time of upheaval. Lots of people have different theories about what's causing it, where it's headed, what's all behind it. The bottom line is, no need to be victims. Because whatever's going on, we got this. Because we come from a long line. We come from a long line of adventurers and artists. We come from a long line of believers. We come from a long line of communicators and challengers and conquering conquistadors. We come from a long line of defenders and discoverers. We come from a long line of explorers and educators and edifiers and enlighteners and enliveners. We come from a long line of freedom fighters and flame keepers and flamethrowers. We come from a long line of heroic healers. We come from a long line of inventors and inspirers. We come from a long line of luminous leaders and lovers. We come from a long line of metamorphers and mutators and mother fathers. We come from a long line of opposers and overthrowers and overcomers. We come from a long line of poets and pilgrims and prophets and protagonists and provocateurs. We come from a long line of rebels and revolters and radicals. We come from a long line of shapeshifters and strategists. We come from a long line of transmitters, transmuters, transporters, and trailblazers. We come from a long line of underestimated underdogs. We come from a long line of warriors. So whatever it is that we're in the middle of, we got this. We come from a long line. So bring it on. Okay, now we're gonna go out. It's not the end, don't worry. Ladies and gentlemen, Cindy. Paula. Samo. Thank you, Brother Joe, for playing. Thank you all for playing.
Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. To the song they're playing on the radio. While color lights up your face.
Who's that? Oh, thanks.
Sway